That's why we bring in the investment pros here to help us out. Jim Frischling, President, NewOak Capital. Joni Courtney, Senior. Nicole mentioned Dow 20,000. Anyone want to take that on right out the gate? Because I say yes, it's going to happen.
I'll take it on. I think we're going to get there. I think GDP was a wild card, and I think it exceeded our expectations. Last night in the show, we talked about getting to 18,000 today. We got there. I think consumers feeling very good. We talked about money in their pockets. There are going to be some headwinds, and we can talk about some of the risks I see when we get there. But I do believe that the momentum is such that we will drive this market to 20,000. I just want to add there, but there's a lag here. Oil and the price of gas, that's somewhat almost instantaneous. On the gas side, most customers are serviced by utilities. They buy in advance. They're hedged. I think if the gas prices stay where they are, the consumer will benefit next winter. They're going to benefit now, but I think.
But what about industry, though? What about the industry, natural gas? I mean, to me, it seems like a huge benefit and a huge sort of. No one in the world has natural gas at this price.
That's exactly right. That's
the central banks there are having a harder time than ever
years.
Because as an oil importer, the consumers, no more so than Japan, are benefiting from this drop in the price of oil. However, the Bank of Japan is trying to defend against deflation in an environment where one of their key imports is plummeting. So they're in worse shape today, in my opinion, as a central bank because they continue to print, but they're not going to be able to battle deflation again, given what's going on with oil. In a rising rate environment, I like basic needs. I like dividend payers and globally recognized. I like the call-in banks. I'm going with Wells Fargo again. I know they're a big player, but again, they make half their money off net interest margin, which will benefit in a rising rate environment.
Wells Fargo, without a doubt, the best performing big bank. Yep. You know what? And they're in that sweet spot, right? They don't do all the highfalutin, fancy stuff of a city.
Yes.
And that doesn't get them in trouble either,
Exactly.
I don't think. What do you think, Jim? Projects will be scuttled. They'll be put to the side. Demand will increase in America, around the world. Next thing you know, the supply and demand whole argument will be turned upside down. It could get rocky, though, Jim, between now and then. The guy from Saudi Arabia said he doesn't care if we go to $20 a barrel.
Yeah,
I think he's trying to put Texas out of business.
I agree, and I say be careful here because supply and demand equations do not change as fast as the price moves. And when you have Saudi reiterating their conviction to keep pumping, and they're fearless because they'll let this thing go. They're going to keep market share. Again, we've talked about they want to put out the marginal U.S. players. They want to maybe hit Iran. So be careful. Supply's going to keep coming, and the price is going to be very volatile.
It's one heck of a game of chicken, I got to tell you. The Alamo Dome, the Alamo to the rescue again.
Yes,
what do you
exactly.
think?
No, this is the kind of move an entrepreneur can make. And again, I want to give all credit for stepping up. Big theater chains, big companies, a lot of bureaucracy, a lot of boards, a lot of lawyers, a lot of insurance, and they just can't get their hands around this thing, and they had to shy away from it.
Sony dropped the ball.
All right, Jim, what do you think?
Heading into 2015, I think fortress balance sheets matter. And I think you showed a number of companies who are strong as can be. I think the oil guys, particularly Exxon and Chevron, to see them on the list, I know why they're on the list. We all do it. We talk about the collapse of oil. I think they're interesting. And I still like old school technology. So I like the IBM. I also like the Cisco. I think there's some really great companies there.
I really do like IBM. You know what? I know that they're late to the cloud.